A quick message before we begin. If you found this video helpful, remember to subscribe, like, and comment down below. It will really help the channel grow. Hi everyone, we are back today with another video. We have Year 10 additional mathematics questions from the chapter of Indices and Surds, which is from chapter 3. Today we'll only be covering exercise 3.6 onwards, right? And we'll be solving some questions, right? As always, you can pause the video right now, try the questions out for yourself first, come back later, unpause the video once you're ready to check your answers and your methods and stuff like that, right? So let's begin. We've got the first question here. It's a three-part question, 1A, 1B, 1C. The answer, I've just copied it down here, as you guys can see. So that's our goal, what we need to get. So let's begin with question number 1A. So we have set 12 x minus 5, set 5x equals set 3. Okay, if you guys can see, right, the x is not included, yeah? It's not under the set, it's next to it, okay? What I'm thinking about is, I'm looking at the x and I can see that that's something in common. So I'm gonna remove the x out. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to factorize out the x. So I'm going to get set 12 minus set 5 equals into set 3 on the inside. Right, so as you guys already know, whenever we have brackets, right, it's just a multiplication, right? And if we move the multiplication to the other side, it will become a divide, exactly. So let's do that. X equals into set 3 over set 12 minus set 5. Alright, what do we do then? Right, what do we do then? Well, if I'm not mistaken, in exercise 3.5 or was it 3.4, that's when they started teaching you how to rationalize the denominator. So that's exactly what we must do here. Alright, so we're going to write multiply set 12 plus set 5 over the same thing, set 12 plus set 5. Okay? And since we've got it up to this point already, right, you need to multiply the sets together, right? So follow my laser pointer here, guys. So the set 3 must multiply set 12, and the set 3 must multiply set 5 as well. Alright? And that's the same with the bottom, alright? If you wanna, expand it out, this is how you should do. Like, start multiplying and go for the next one as well. Right? So that's exactly what we're doing right now. So let's get right into it. So set 3 times set 12, what can you get? You can get set 36 plus set 3 times set 5 is set 15, exactly, over the bottom part. You kind of have to do it a little bit slower, but there is a much quicker way around this actually, right? You can expand like normal and you can get whatever answer, right? Or you can kind of remember like this method. Okay, I'll kind of show it to you right now. So you put the set 12 in a bracket, right? And you put a square here, and then you're going to put a minus set 5, and you square it as well. Right, so this is a quick way of how to do it. Okay, it's a shortcut, right? So what do I do then? Okay, real easy. The 2 and the set we can cut. Okay, we're going to be left with a number, right? So we're going to get set 36, solve that, 6, great. Set 15, okay, can't do anything with that, leave that there. How about the bottom? What do you have? 12 minus 5, that's just 7. And there you go. Alright, our answer is exactly the same, alright, as above. Okay, so we got our answer. Let's move on to the next question. Set 10x equals set 5x plus set 2. Okay, I kind of want to make like, the x's come together, right? Like I want to put them together. So that's what I'm doing. I moved Surt 5x to the left side and it became a negative. And pretty much, guys, just repeat whatever that we did, right? So factorize out the x. Okay, you're gonna get something like this. What did we do then? Exactly, move it to the right side. You're gonna get a division. Okay, so Surt 10 minus Surt 5 goes to the bottom. What do you do then? You need to rationalize the denominator, right? So let me just make some space here. Alright, so times Surt 10 plus Surt 5 over Surt 10 plus Surt 5 and multiply again, start to multiply again. Okay, you guys can do it together along with me. Surt 2 times Surt 10 will get you Surt 20. Surt 2 times Surt 5 will get you Surt 10. Positive Surt 10. Alright? And what do we have at the bottom? Okay, you want to use the shortcut. Sure. So how do you do it? Exactly. So we're going to put Surt 10 here. We're going to square it minus Surt 5 here. And we're going to square it as well. Okay? So the square and the Surt cut each other. You'll be left with Surt 20. Okay? Plus Surt 10. Okay, so well, let me just write it down. Yeah, so you got Surt 20 plus Surt 10 over 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is just 5. Right? So if you guys don't have a calculator to use, you kind of have to do this manually, right? If it's from the calculator, it's real simple, guys. All you have to do, right? Let me see, let me find my calculator. Right, so if I have a calculator, right, all I needed to do was, say for example, Surt 20, right? Put it in my calculator. What can I get? 2 Surt 5, right? But say for example, you know, your teacher doesn't want you to use a calculator, right? So you just kind of have to do it manually. So think about it for a moment. Think of two numbers that you need to multiply each other that can pretty much get you like 20, right? So obviously there's a couple of options, right? And no, don't start with 1 times 20. Never start with that. Okay, so say for example, the first thing that comes to your mind is 2 times 10. Okay, but I want you to think about it. Can you square root the 2 or can you square root the 10? You can't, right? It's not possible. Okay, now if you guys want to try, you can put it in the calculator. See, square root of 2, you're gonna get same thing. Square root of 10, same thing, it's just square root of 10. You can't, right? So you need to think of another multiplication. So what's the next one? 4 times 5, right? Think about it. Can you do square root of 4? Exactly, you can. It's a number 2, right? So how about square root of 5? You don't have to do anything with it, right? The goal here is so that one of the numbers we can square root, okay? So square root of 4 is 2. Alright, we're going to leave the square root of 5 side by side to each other. We will then get Surt 5, 2, okay, plus Surt 10 over 5, right? And see, you guys got an answer, right? It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, so it's up to you guys and the rules, you know, whether you get to use a calculator or not. If you do, it's really simple. You just do square root 20, right? Press equals. And if you notice on the right side, you know, I already have 2 Surt 5. So that's if, you know, you get to use the calculator, right? Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Question C. Okay, so same thing here. Kind of want to bring the x's together. So let's do that first. So Surt 17x minus 2 Surt 3x equals into Surt 5. Okay, got this already. What else can we do here? I mean, we can factorize, right? So x equals into Actually, no, I don't want to write equals yet. So x bracket 17 minus 2 Surt 3 equals into Surt 5. Move the 17 to the other side. It will become a divide. Okay, great. What do we do then? We need to rationalize the denominator, right? So let's do that. Times 17. Oh, did I forget to write something? No, I forgot to write the Surt 17. My bad. Yeah, there you go. So multiply by Surt 17 plus 2 Surt 3 over Surt 17 plus 2 Surt 3. Okay, let's start to multiply it in, guys. So we've got 17 times 5. So 17 times 5 is 75. Right? So we've got Surt 75 plus 2 Surt 3 times Surt 5, Surt 15 over. The bottom part gets a little bit slow here, guys. Like just you know, you have to like multiply it in like slowly, guys, right? Or you can, if you want, right, just use the shortcut which I've taught you. Yeah, it pretty much works the same way here as well, like really. So we've got Surt 17 inside here, right, with a square, minus 2 Surt 3 with a square as well. Okay, and we are pretty much going to be doing the same thing here, guys, which is like the square, right? It will pretty much cancel off, you know, the square roots, but be careful about this, guys, right? In this case here, the square, yes, it will cut off the square root on the right side, but have a look, guys, the square is also for the 2, so you must, you know, square the 2 as well. You can't forget about that, right? So we're gonna do this. So cut the surds and the square roots, right? And we're gonna cut off the square root as well. Okay, we'll cut off the 2 later, right? Or maybe we can just do a small little line here. Okay, so let's go. Let's do this. I'm just thinking of a way of how to solve the top one better, and I think I made a multiplication error. 17 times 5 was actually 85, actually, to be honest with you. So I'm going to change it to 85. Right? So I can't do much at the top, right? So I'm just going to pretty much solve my question right now. So Surt 85 plus 2 Surt 15 over 17 minus, okay, now here's the part, guys. So what's 2 square? 2 square is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Exactly. So we've got 12 equals into, we're just going to write down our answers again. So Surt 85 plus 2 Surt 15 over 5. And there you go. We are done. Alright, we've got our first 3 questions wrapped up. Okay, so this is how you do it, guys. What have we learned here throughout the first 3 questions? We've learned that at the beginning, if there are many x values, right, we can kind of bring them together and factorize out the x, right, to make x alone. That's the first thing you've learned. We've learned that we need to rationalize our denominator. That's number 2. Number 3, we've also learned that we have a shortcut, right, you know, for the bottom fraction, right? Okay, we have a shortcut. Then it's just your typical expansions, you know, square roots and squares can kind of cancel each other out, right? And in some instances, like question C, all right, because there is a number next to the Surt right over here, guys. Okay, there's a number right next to the Surt, which is the number 2. So we must make sure that the square is for the Surt and also for the number 2. So we got to be a little bit, you know, careful on that, right? So let's move on to question number 2. So question 2 is on simultaneous equations. There are 5 questions over here, and yeah, let's do this one by one lah, right? um let's start with the first one, question 2a. So we've got 3x, whoops, that's the previous question. 3x minus y equals 5 sub 2, and we've got 2x plus y equals 5. We'll start by writing down or naming our equations first. I can see that there is a negative y here and a positive y here, so I'm gonna make the decision to cancel them out by just doing 1 plus 2. Alright, so both of these will plus together. Alright, so what can we get? Let's add them up. Okay, so 3x plus 2x, I will get 5x. Negative y plus y, pretty much that cancels the y out, right? Equals into 5 sub 2 plus 5. Okay, so this is what we have right now, and again we need to do some factorizing because there are 2 5s over here. So let's factorize out the 5. So 5 sub 2 plus 1. Okay, so this is what we currently have right now. I think I'm gonna cancel out the 5, right? You see, there's 2 5s here, right? So you guys, if you guys want to just do it real quick, right, you can just cancel them out. But basically how it works is, this is 5 times x, so the 5 will still go down to the bottom as a fraction, right? So 5 here, and you can still cut them out, so it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just gonna cut it out straight away, right? So I've got x equals into Surt 2 plus 1 right now, okay? And we are going to substitute it into one of the equations above, right? So let's call this equation number 3 first, and I'm going to make the decision to substitute it into equation number 2. Yeah, so what do we get? We can get 2x plus Surt 2 plus 1. Okay, so we got Surt x. I'm just going to put it in a bracket. Yeah, always practice putting, when you're substituting things, right, put it in a bracket, because it's not really a problem when it's a plus, but if it's a minus, right, see, the minus will change the values on the inside. So try to practice, writing it with the brackets. Okay, anyways, let's continue this. I don't think there's really nothing much I can do here. Let me think. What can I do? I got 2x plus Surt 2 plus 1. Oh, man, no wonder I substituted it into the y. What am I doing? I'm supposed to substitute it into x. Alright, so it will become 2 bracket Surt 2 plus 1 plus y equals into 5. There we go. Alright, so expand it like normal, so you will get 2 Surt 2 plus 2 plus y equals 5. We're trying to make the y alone, guys. So what I'm going to do is the positive 2 here, right, and the 2 Surt 2, I'm going to move it to the right side. So 5 minus 2 will get me 3 minus 2 Surt 2. Yeah, I would say that's my final answer. Yeah, there's nothing else you can do here. Let's have a check, guys. Do we have the same thing? Yep, so this is my first answer, this is my second, and as you guys can see, it's pretty much the same. Alright, so we've got our answers. Right, so let's move on to question B. So I'll just copy this first so that you guys can see it, right? So this is the question that we're doing. Let me just get the answers for it as well. Right, so there we go. So you can see the answers. Okay, so let's begin. So we've got x plus y equals into 5 and 6x plus 2y equals 12. So I'll just write it down first. So x plus y equals into 5. Name this equation 1. I've got set 6x plus 2y equals into 12. I'm going to name this equation number 2. And what can we do here? Let's think about it. You want to use substitution method also can. You want to use elimination also can. But I'm just going to do elimination method. Okay, so since I've already decided that I want to do elimination method here, I kind of have to make the first equation the same with my second, like either for the x or either for the y, but the y would obviously be the easier choice here. So I'm just going to say I'm going to multiply this with 2, right? So it will become, right? So I'm just going to write some dots for you, right? So that you know, okay? So 2x plus 2y equals 10. And this is my equation number 3, so I'm just going to write my equation number 2 down here. Great. Okay, so what's the same? I kind of made 2y the same, right? So I need to get rid of this and this. So since both of it is a positive, I need to do like a minus to it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to minus it, right? So let's go ahead to do that. Yeah, let's minus. Okay, so we've got it really depends what you want to do. You want to do 6x minus, you want to do 2 minus 3, or do we want to do 3 minus 2? To be honest, it doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to do 3 minus 2. Yeah, 3 minus 2. Okay, so 2x minus 6x, positive 2y minus 2y, that just pretty much cancels those out, and 10 minus 12, that is negative 2, right? Okay, so we've got our equation. I'll name it later. Alright, let me just do some work first on the factorizing, and then we'll name our equation later. Equation number 4. Right, so how can we make this easier? Well, we kind of have to solve for the x, so I'm going to factorize out the x. So x 2 minus 6 equals into negative 2. And what will x be? X will then be x equals into negative 2 over 2 minus 6. Okay, so now that we're here, right? Now, if you guys notice, right? Just have a look. This is what we have, alright? This is what we have to kind of get, right? So what is it that we have to do over here? We kind of have to like rationalize the denominator, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do now. So times 2 plus 6 over 2 plus 6 as well. Okay, so what do we have? We expand like normal. We're gonna get negative 4 plus minus, so negative 2 times positive 6, that will get us negative 2 6. Alright, and at the bottom, we remember we can always do the shortcut method, which is 2 square minus 6 square on the inside. The square and the cert can cancel. Okay, so we will be left with, I'm running out of space. Just make some lines here. Yeah, I'll just write it on the left, guys, because I'm running out of space. So we're going to be left with negative 4 minus 2 cert 6 over 2 square is 4. 4 minus 6, that would get me negative 2. Okay, great. We've got negative 2 over here. And we can kind of like, divide this right now. Because essentially what you guys have right over here is you have I can do this the fast way, or if you guys want to do it slow, then it'll be like looking like this. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 minus with 2 6 over negative 2 as well. See, you can kind of do it this way. So negative 4 divided by negative 2 is just 2, and negative 2 divided by negative 2, that gets you a positive, right? So it'll be positive 6. And there you go. We already got our x value over here, and this is our answer for it. And if you guys check it out, right, now we have the same value, right? So you can't just stop like over here, right? You can't just stop over here and say that this is your answer, because you haven't rationalized the denominator yet. So you have to take it one step further, go and rationalize it, simplify if you can, right? And at the end, you'll get your answer for x. And let's move on to y. Okay, you need to substitute this into y. So I'm gonna substitute inside my first equation, which is like right here, right? So I'm just gonna write sub into 1. Okay, so sub into equation 1 lah. So what can we get? We can get x. Yeah, it's so messy, guys. I know, I understand. I'm sorry. There's no space anywhere. So 2 plus set 6 equals into 5. Oops, sorry. 2 plus set 6 plus y equals into 5. Yeah. And all you need to do is just move it to the other side. So you've got 5 minus 2 minus set 6. 5 minus 2 is 3 minus set 6. And there you go. This is your final answer. So 3 minus set 6 and 3 minus set 6. So we got our final answer. So that is question 2B, right? Let's move on. So we're moving on to question 3 right now. I'm just trying to copy the answers. So I'm just going to paste it somewhere here. Okay, that's a bit odd. Copy and paste. Alright, so you've got the answers as well. Okay, so let's begin. So we've got 3x plus y equals into 6. This is my equation number 1. Alright, my equation number 1. And 4x plus 3y equals into 8 minus 5 set 5. This is my equation number 2. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to do elimination method as well for this, but I kind of have to make something the same here. So I'm gonna make y the same, so I'm gonna times it with 3. So I'm gonna get, so you wanna draw, okay, I'll just draw a line then. Right, so I'm gonna get 9x plus 3y equals 18, right? I apologize, guys, if today's video might seem a little bit loud, like the background noise, because my helper is like kind of, vacuuming up the place, and my neighbor, he's doing house renovations, so I do apologize, guys. So yeah, where were we? 9x plus 3y equals 18, and this is my equation number 3 right now. Okay, so just gonna copy back equation number 2. So 4x plus 3y equals into 8 minus 5 set 5. This was my equation number 2, right? So what should we do here? Let's minus lah, right? Let's minus. So we can do 3 minus 2, right? 3 minus 2. So let's go ahead to do that. So 9x minus 4x, I will get 5x. 3y minus 3y, that just cancels that out, equals into 18 minus 8. So 18 minus 8. Over here, guys, you have to be a little bit careful, yeah? Once you get back to this particular section. See, right? If I scribble on the right side a little bit. So you've got 18, right, minus you're actually trying to minus 8 minus 5 Surt 5. Okay, so this is a very common mistake that can happen. So you see the minus will actually, change the symbol on the inside. You will get 18 minus 8 plus 5 Surt 5, guys. Right? So that's exactly what's happening. So 18 minus 8 is 10. So I've got 10 plus 5 Surt 5, okay? I'm just going to take that off. Alright, and let's continue this. I think I can simplify this easily. So x equals into 10 plus 5 Surt 5 over 5. So the 5 can cancel with the 5, and you can cancel with the 10. 10 will become 2. So I'll be left with 2 plus Surt 5. Great. Check. Always check, guys. Okay, cool. Do we have the same answers? Yes, we do. Now, let's go and substitute it into, I don't know, let's see what's easy to substitute it in with. I'm going to substitute into equation number 1. Right? So I'm just going to write here sub into 1. Okay, there you go. So it will become 2 plus Surt 5 plus y equals 6. Expand on the inside, you will get 6 plus 3 Surt 5 plus y equals 6. Make the y alone, guys. So 6 minus 6 minus 3 Surt 5. 6 minus 6, that's just 0. You'll be left with negative 3 Surt 5. And that is my answer. So double check. And yes, I got it. Right? So I'm just gonna cut the video a little bit short for today, guys. I'll end the video here, and like once it's like late into the night, like during the evening time, I'll come back and create part 2 of this video, because it's just like way too noisy right now, right? So stay tuned, guys, right? We'll be back for part 2, where we'll be finishing question 2D and 2E as well, and we'll be doing other questions as well. So that'll be all for today's video, guys. Bye for now, everyone. See you in the next video.